Ukraine troops gained Dnjepr River foothold for the first time, in major setback for Putin. Crossing the Dnjepr is crucial for the Ukrainian military's aim of controlling Crimea, which Moscow annexed 9 years ago. Ukraine's troops have managed to cross the Dnjepr River in the south of the country for the first time since the Russian invasion began, according to conflict analysts. Speculation continues to mount over Ukraine's long-awaited spring offensive aimed at pushing 100 miles south of the river, at least as far as annexed Crimea. This breakthrough comes on the heels of rumors of a partial Russian retreat in the Cherson region. Since Russian troops retreated from Cherson in November, the Dnjepr River has been the front line. Analysts speculate that Ukraine's spring attack may attempt to push 100 kilometers south of the river, possibly as far as annexed Crimea. According to experts at the Institute for the Study of War, ISW, in the United States, footage from Russian military bloggers provided the first reliable geolocated imagery of Ukrainian positions south of the river. The ISW update stated the extent and intent of these Ukrainian positions remain unclear, as does Ukraine's ability and willingness to maintain sustained positions in this area. The struggle for Cherson is critical to retaining control of Crimea, which Moscow occupied 9 years ago. The Russian-appointed governor of Ukraine's southern Cherson area has refuted reports of Ukraine's forces taking up positions on the Dnjepr River's eastern bank, insisting that the territory is fully controlled by the Ukrainian military. However, he recognizes that enemy sabotage groups may land, but insisted they would ultimately be destroyed or thrown back into the water by Russian fighters. Vladimir Saldo stated in a Telegram update that Russian forces have complete control over the area and suspected that the images referenced by ISW might have been Ukrainian sabotage units who managed to take a selfie across the Dnjepr before being pushed back. In response to reports by Ukrainian media suggesting that the establishment of certain positions indicated the beginning of a counteroffensive, Natalia Hemeniak, spokesperson for Ukraine's Operational Command South, asked for patience. She did not confirm or deny the report by ISW and stated that the details of military operations in the Dnjepr Delta could not be revealed due to operational and security reasons. Humaniak also mentioned on Ukrainian television that crossing a wide and powerful river like the Dnjepr while the front line passes through it is very challenging work. According to reports from the Institute for the Study of War, ISW, Ukrainian forces have established positions near the town of Oleshki across the Dnjepr Delta from Cherson and are advancing towards the nearby village of Dachi. The ISW also claimed that Ukrainian troops have held these positions for several weeks and secured supply lines, which indicates a lack of Russian control in the area. However, Russia racing against time in Bachmut. Russian forces are focused on capturing Bachmut as soon as they can, before Ukraine launches its much-anticipated counter-offensive. ISW has said the U.S. think tank noted on Sunday that the Wagner group of mercenaries fighting for Moscow continue to take heavy losses, but may well be able to complete the seizure of the Donetsk city at some point. It said the group's leader, Yevgeny Prigogin, had ceded the northern and southwestern flanks of Bachmut to the Russian Ministry of Defense. Meanwhile, the Russian Air Force VDV is supporting the Wagner main effort in the city, which has been fought over for months. this air support is likely to allow Wagner to make more gains and push Ukrainian forces towards a withdrawal from Bachmut. The cooperation between Wagner and the VDV suggests that Russia's military leadership, which Prigogin had previously criticized, was showing Moscow's wish to expedite Bakhmut's capture. Analysts have said that a goal of a spring counteroffensive would be an attempt by Kiev to break through the land corridor between Russia and the annexed Crimean Peninsula. The biggest obstacle to the Ukrainian counteroffensive was not a lack of equipment, but the rainy weather, said Estonian Minister of Defense Mano Pevkur. Pevkur, who attended last week's summit of the Ukrainian support group of allies at Ramstein Air Base in Germany. If the weather changes, it could come earlier. If not, it will be a month, maybe in two, he said.